Hi everyone, James Baek here, and it's time for some more VGC 2015 battles from the Devil's Battle Spot Ladder. Today's team will be the same as before with Blastoise, Pachirisu, Talonflame, Escadrille, Hydreigon, and Breloom. Now, there were a lack of videos in the past week, and a lot of crazy stuff happened, so going to be trying to double uploads on the weekends in order to catch up for those episodes. But right now, let's just get into it. We're going to find two battles and see how we do. Our first opponent of the day will be Kai from the United States, Delaware, 1879 rating, and I actually didn't mean to show my rating, but whatever. We're going to see a team of Thundurus, Charizard, Venusaur, Sylveon, Landorus, and Aegislash. So there's a lot of things interesting about this team. I mean, with Charizard and Venusaur, you usually expect a Sun combo, but to be honest, I'm expecting something else. By the way his team looks, if it was Charizard Y, it'd be 5 special attackers and 1 physical attacker, which is kind of unbalanced for a team, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Charizard X here. Other than that, it could be Dual Mega with Mega Venusaur as well. It could also be the Sun option, but I don't know, I'm really doubting the Sun option right now. We also see Double Genies, which is kind of obvious. And what do I want to do against this team? I like Blastoise a lot, but this Sylveon. The Sylveon's going to give me some trouble. So I think I want to leave Blastoise and Pachirisu. But if it is Charizard Y and Venusaur, that will give me trouble. I do want to bring Talonflame. I don't know, maybe Pachirisu isn't the Pokemon to bring here. I'm actually seeing not really much of a reason to bring it with spread moves from the possible Charizard Y. I'm still thinking it's X. The Sylveon and the Landorus, so Follow Me isn't that helpful here. I think I'm going to lead Blastoise and Talonflame with Hydreigon and Escadrille in the back. Yeah, it seems pretty safe. His team really can't stop Talon unless that Charizard carries Talon. Very unlikely for even if it's an X or Y. It's kind of rare to see Charizard with Talon in the first place. He also might bring the Mega Venusaur though. He might not bring Charizard at all. I'm going to bring Blastoise and Talonflame as a lead against my opponents, Thundurus and Sylveon. And this is honestly quite good for me, as I can knock out the Sylveon easily right now. Or do I want to play it safe? To be honest, Escadrille is a great Pokemon to have here. So many options I could do right here. I could obviously just go for the Water Spout and Brave Bird, KO the Sylveon. Then again, I would have a problem against the Venusaur in the back. I think I'm going to protect my Blastoise and switch out my Talonflame, go into Escadrille. That seems like my safest play, I think. Yeah, I'm going to make that play, actually. Because Escadrille can take a Thunderbolt and a Hyper Voice really well. And I don't want to take any damage with Blastoise yet. I also don't want to risk attacking into a Protect from the Sylveon. And then I would just lose one of my Pokemon for free. So I feel like this is the safest course of action. Let's see what my opponent will go for. As we see Blastoise protecting, let's see if Sylveon protected or just went for Hyper Voice. As it just went for Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt onto the Escadrille and just the Hyper Voice, which is absolutely perfect for me. As that Hyper Voice actually did a lot to Escadrille. I would assume at least a Pixie Plate or a Choice Specs. Right here it's not that bad though. I feel like I can Ice Beam the Thundurus and Water Spout. Which is what I'm gonna do actually. Rock Slide, Ice Beam, because I don't think Sylveon wants to stay around or protect. And even if it does, I mean, I'm kind of fine with taking another Hyper Voice. I just really need the Thundurus out of the way. As we're going to see Sylveon withdraw, please tell me it wasn't Landorus. Oh, Landorus. Okay, he probably Thunderbolted my Blastoise then. Which I'm fine with, because I almost went for the Water Spout. Rock Slide. Landorus is going to avoid the attack, which is kind of huge if it's carrying the Focus Sash item, as I would have broke the Focus Sash. Rock Slide doesn't do much to Thundurus, but it does get the lucky flinch, and I get the Ice Beam off onto the Thunderous, which is going to actually pick up the KO. So I'm guessing it was a very bulky physical Thunderous. As that turn pretty much played out perfectly, we're going to see Charizard come out, and right here I anticipate the Earthquake Rock Slide combo. So I'm going to protect my Blastoise here. I do not want to take any damage from the combo, and switch out to Talonflame. This is a really safe play. However, it's probably Charizard Y now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm guessing he just has one physical attacker, so we're going to see Charizard Y come out. I'm fine with taking an Earthquake and Rock Slide combination, since Talonflame resists the Fire type move, and the Landorus won't be hitting Earthquake. If he goes for Rock Slide, I'm fine with that. That means he can't touch my Blastoise and knock it out. So going to get that Protect from Blastoise, we're going to see the Rock Slide from the Landorus. Great play by my opponent. That's going to knock out my Talonflame. However, this probably assumes he locked himself into Rock Slide, and don't know. And he went for the Heat Wave, which is great for me, as I can bring out Escadrille for free now and just Rock Slide the Charizard for the knockout and Ice Beam the Landorus. So even though I lost my Talonflame and it's kind of unlikely I would have, I'm still in a better position, as now I can Rock Slide and Ice Beam, and if he switches out to Sylveon, it's going to be taking a lot of damage. He's not going to switch out with either of his Pokemon, which means Rock Slide should get the KO on Charizard. Wow, that's a bulky Charizard. And that Landorus is in Scar, so that actually plays out for my opponent perfectly. Wow. I might have just underestimated my opponent. I mean, I didn't think Charizard would live in Rock Slide. As we see the Charizard go for the Solar Beam, which is going to knock out my Blastoise. Wow. My opponent turned that around quick. Kind of surprising, but I'm actually fine with that. I guess it does make sense. If he knew his Charizard could live the Rock Slide. But wow, that's a bulky Charizard. As I cannot win here, I'm going to forfeit. Or do I just... You know what, I'm just going to try and knock out something. Draco Meteor this Landorus, who's probably going to switch out to Sylveon. Nope. Do get the Draco Meteor off, so I'll make this at least a 1-0, hopefully. But wow, my opponent. I guess it does make sense. I was locked into Rock Slide. However, I don't know, maybe I should have stayed in Rock Slide. That would have been also a fine play I could have done. I was sure, because Escadrille with an Adamant Nature and the Rock Slide would usually KO Charizard. This one must be very, very physically bulky. Probably to live Landorus' Rock Slide. As Sylveon's going to come out, I'm going to try to Draco to Charizard. He's probably just going to protect and Hyper Voice, but nope. So at least I make this a 1-0, but wow, my opponent playing smart. How could I have played better? I think I should have just stayed in with the Escadrille and just Rock Slide. However, I didn't want if the Landorus was Choice Scarf, it would have outsped my Escadrille and knocked me out with an Earthquake, which was something I did not want to happen. However, I guess I played that a bit too safe. I probably should have switched into Hydreigon if I was predicting that, since Hydreigon would have taken hits fine. So that was my mistake. I did kind of lose that battle, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I will be doing another battle, so stay tuned. Our second opponent today will be a 1481 from the United States. Not the rating we usually see on VGC, but we'll probably see it since the ladder's actually restarting in a few days. So we're going to see Zapdos, Heatran, Chestnut, Slowbro, Terrakion, and Noivern. And I can't even figure out if this is going to be a form of Trick Room or a form of Tailwind, since, well, we can see the Mega Pokemon will be Slowbro, which means Hydreigon is excellent for this team. Just disregarding the Terrakion and the Noivern. So I'm actually thinking about leading Pachirisu and Hydreigon. Or do I want to conserve my Hydreigon? You know what, I'm going to conserve it. I'm going to bring Escadrille and Talonflame as a lead, since it's actually not a bad lead, since it can hit everything for super effective damage regarding the Slowbro. I'll bring Blastoise in the back and Hydreigon. Yeah, seems pretty safe, since I like Blastoise in this situation. I didn't even write my opponent's team down since I feel like I'm gonna win, but you never know. These lower rated players just bring out some crazy stuff. So hopefully this will be a learning experience to all of us, as Escadrille and Talonflame are gonna lead for me, as my opponent's gonna lead Noivern and Zapdos, which is absolutely fantastic for me, as I'm gonna break the mold, which is fine, but he has two Pokemon weak to Rock right here, so I'm gonna Rock Slide, obviously. And question is, do I want to knock out the Noivern right away, or do I just want to go for the Tailwind? I kind of just want to set the Tailwind right now, because if I can set the Tailwind up, my Mega Blastoise or Hydreigon will basically be able to sweep this team. And there's nothing my opponent could really do to stop that. Rock Slide, I should be able to outspeed Noivern with Escadrille holding a Choice Scarf, and he's actually going to withdraw Zapdos. Okay, interesting. I'm fine with that. Slowbro is going to come out. Good switch by my opponent. But luckily, I just went for the safe Tailwind, and if I can get a Rock Slide flinch on the Noivern, well, let's see if I can even connect first. Rock Slide connects with Noivern. Let's see how much this is going to do. Not even bringing down to a Focus Sash, even with a critical hit, but I do get the flinch, which is what I needed. I'm gonna Rock Slide, and do I want to Brave Bird, or do I want to switch on to Hydreigon? I kind of just want to Brave Bird into the Slowbro, to be honest. The reason for this is I do not want to risk Noivern, me missing a Rock Slide on Noivern. I really need to knock out the Noivern before I can bring in Hydreigon safely. But then again, I have Tailwind up, so I don't know. I am playing off today. It's been about a week since I played Battlespot for VGC. Brave Bird, as you can see, Mega Slowbro's defenses are not kidding around. Rock Slide going to, well, obviously the Noivern protect itself, so it's going to hit the Slowbro. Not do much. Critical hit even. Wait. Okay, so we're going to see the Calm Mind from Slowbro. That's understandable. But isn't Mega Slowbro's ability Shell Armor? Unless Shell Armor doesn't activate till the turn after, which is actually kind of interesting, since I think Shell Armor would probably activate just like Parental Bond. At least that's what I thought, but at least I learned something from this battle, so I'm just going to Rock Slide and Brave Bird. I have no reason not to, and we're going to see Noivern switch out. Okay, probably into Terrakion. Chestnut. Okay then. Brave Bird's going to connect with the Slowbro, should be doing a nice amount, and yeah, that's a nice amount. Rock Slide probably won't KO the Slowbro, but Slowbro can either attack or it can slack off to heal, which I'm fine with if it goes for either. Rock Slide not going to pick up the KO on Slowbro, and it is going to go for the slack off, which I'm fine with, to be honest, as it's going to heal back. But remember, I do have my Hydreigon. Chestnut reveals leftovers, which is an interesting item. Now, the obvious play here is for Chestnut to go for the Spiky Shield, and probably the Slowbro going for the Water type attack onto one of my Pokemon, probably the Talonflame. I'm actually going to retreat my Escadrille into my Hydreigon and protect. The only flaw I could see with this is if Chestnut actually goes for a move onto the Escadrille, fighting type move. But I doubt it will attack this turn. I think Chestnut's going to Spiky Shield here. And I'm going to protect Talonflame so I can attack the Chestnut next turn. As we do see the Spiky Shield from the Chestnut, which... okay, that was close. As we see Slowbro going for another Slack Off, which I'm fine with. Because even though this Slowbro is +1 special defense... and, what else was I going to say? It's +1 special defense and... full HP. Dark Pulse is still a 2-hit KO on Mega Slowbro because its special defense didn't get really a boost at all. Brave Bird to Chestnut and Dark Pulse to Slowbro. No matter who he switches into, I'm going to get some heavy damage on at least one of his Pokemon. As he's not going to switch out with Chestnut, just going to go for the Brave Bird and knock out this Chestnut. this Dark Pulse is going to do heavy amount to the Slowbro, so I'm absolutely fine with this turn. It's just how it's going to faint. Talonflame taking a lot of recoil, not going to faint yet as I need it for later. Dark Pulse is going to connect with the Slowbro. I have +1 special defense. Wow, it still does that much, even with that +1 special defense. As you guys can see, Mega Slowbro special defense, a bit to be desired, but that base 180, I think, physical defense, is a really big wall. However, its special defense side, it needs to be desired a little, as Noivern's going to come out. And this pretty much cost my opponent the game, because if he had brought out Zapdos, he might have had a chance. But now I can Brave Bird the Noivern and Dark Pulse the Slowbro. I'm pretty much guaranteed one Oko here, unless he switches out his Slowbro. Or maybe he switches out his Noivern and protects with the other. But if he does, I still get heavy damage off. And I can always Brave Bird next turn. And Dark Pulse should be probably a 2-hit KO on Zapdos, since I have the Choice Specs item onto Hydreigon. So Brave Bird's going to connect with the Noivern, and that's going to pick up the knockout onto Noivern. And I don't even think I should feint to recoil. Oh wait, no, I have Life Orb. Never mind. Talonflame's going to go down, but I'm fine with that. I do get to KO the Slowbro, and it's Zapdos versus Excadrill and Hydreigon and the Mega Blastoise. The Slowbro is going to feint here. And yeah, to be honest, this team wasn't really well built. I think Mega Slowbro is actually a pretty decent Mega. I'm actually, spoiler alert, but the next team that I'm building for VGC episodes, because I haven't really liked this team that much anymore, because I feel like it's a bit outdated. I made this team in the beginning of the metagame. And my next team is actually containing Mega Slowbro. I asked out on Twitter which Megas you guys want to see. Well, it was a choice between two Megas. It was Mega Slowbro and Mega Glalie, and the votes counted to Slowbro indefinitely. Don't worry, I still am going to be using Mega Glalie in the future for all of you guys who want to know about Mega Glalie. However, going to be using Mega Slowbro for the next episode, because I'm kind of done with this team, as I feel like I could have improved it a lot better. So, hope you guys enjoyed this VGC episode. Unfortunately, we only got like 1 point from that battle. And the last battle, I dropped about 20, I think. So, yeah, things happen, but that's okay with me. We did learn a bunch of things, especially since I didn't think in the first game Charizard could live a Rock Slide. I know it's not stab or boosted, but it was a neutral Rock Slide. And it's an adamant nature, and Charizard's usually EV to survive Jolly Rock Slides from, let's say, Garchomp, but Garchomp has less attack with the adamant, so I probably had over a 56.3% chance to Oko. So unless I got a low damage roll, or probably more likely it was invested to live a Rock Slide from Melandris, but I feel like that damage roll was a bit off, so I think it was just a really low damage roll with Rock Slide, which happens sometimes in VGC. But then again, what can you do? You should really improve the odds a bit. Anyway, next team, you'll be seeing a Mega Slowbro. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.